places. Keep trusting all the wrong faces. I'm sick of being lonely, baby.
Possible to sustain and maintain the attention of a person that is determined to be bored. When an individual is selfish, self-focused, narcissistic,
All right. We had some difficulties a while ago. I'm telling you, we get our nerves together now. Woo! But it's been something else. But our women, our gorgeous women, are back today to give you a fiery and a tasteful topic. Why men can't be satisfied with one woman. We're going to talk about it. We're going to have the phone lines up so you can call in with your opinion or your comments or your experiences. So make sure you tune in, share, and subscribe. Also, remember, tune in next week for the Grown Men Talking Incorporated, Igniting Love's Flame for Valentine's Special. And also next Saturday, the Spoken Heart Discussion Hour will be back. Social media is what we need to talk about. Dismantling playground. So make sure you don't miss it. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and bring in our assistant host, Miss Tanise.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing out there in the internet world? Yeah, technical difficulty, but we here.
Oh, I was sitting here doing like this. It's like,
I know.
Okay. And then I look, you say, look at that title. I'm like, oh.
Whew, Lord have mercy.
I was just as lost.
We made it,
but
though.
We're back. We got this topic here, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and bring in the sweetness to honey, no other than Miss Golden Honey.
Yeah.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
Wonderful.
That's good.
Yes. And also our other motivational speaker, Miss Nira.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
Hey.
We're in a circle today.
Oh man, wasn't that like we pulled that to the last second, didn't we?
I'm telling you, I looked at it, I was like, oh, we got 25 seconds. Hey, but we know how to pull it together. I'm telling you, that teamwork.
We did
it's something else, but that's okay. We on and popping. We're gonna get this going.
Miss Hunter,
So
we're gonna have to work with you later. We're gonna get you right. We're gonna get you right.
right. So this topic here actually was an idea that was brought up by Miss Nura. So I thought it was pretty tasty. So we did need to talk about this because some women do wonder, like, why am I not enough? Why do they, not be satisfied with just one woman? They got to go for many women. I mean, some might say only a man can answer that, but hey, we're going to discuss it anyway. So we're going to get on. Nora, could you tell us what made you come up with this topic here?
Well, everywhere I go, it seems that even men our age, not just the young men, they have it in their minds that since that women outnumber the men, they have options, so they can just do it however they want to do it. They don't have to be loyal to just one woman. They some of them feel like they can treat women how they want to treat them, and doesn't matter because they have the pick of the litter. So I figured it's worth discussing.
Yeah, and I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we have women out here that's loyal. They believe in just being with one man, especially in these days here, where it's so many diseases wandering around than it was before. So it's like, I don't need more than one. And especially with headaches, I don't need more than one headache. I got enough stress with the kids, you know? So, coming along with that, let's go ahead and get a discussion. What do y'all think could cause a man to be placed in a position where he feel like, even though he loved this woman, she just not enough? We're gonna go to Tanise.
Hey.
Did we throw y'all guard?
No, it's just like I have so much to say, and a lot of stuff that we women have to say. Men gonna disagree with what we say anyway because they're just the way they are. But the question is, once again, say the question so I won't mess it up. I don't want to mess this question up.
What do you think would put a man in position to where he feel like he cannot be satisfied, or one woman just ain't enough for him?
Okay, so let me go on back in time, just a little bit, not too far. Well, I believe that because it's the way the men were raised by other men. It's a generational thing. It's because even in biblical times, they in their mindset because there's so many women and we're more inferior species of the human race. Men feel that it's so many of us, why just have one? And they always want to make an excuse. Well, men are made to plant seeds. I said, no, no. See, no, you're meant to be with one person, not 100 different type of people. That he wants you to be one person, so you wouldn't be one passing disease among each other. You'd be with the one person, and not hopping from one bed to another. Because first of all, with these soul ties and all this disgusting stuff that's rolling around in the world, it's not even work. But with men, they think they can just conquer. They think the flavor is going to be different. And it's all the same. I'm sorry, vaginas are all the same. There's no difference in them. They were all made the same.
Uh-oh.
They were all made the same. Most women have them. And some might be tighter, some may be a little looser, but they're all the same at the end of the day. It's the same.
I have to disagree with that.
Yeah, because all
of them are not the same. All of them don't feel the same. And
How
not
you
saying
do
that I
know
know
how what
the only,
no
the
offense,
only,
but
and
how
I'm
would
not
you
saying it like
know?
I know. Hold up.
No,
Only
I
because
know.
I don't feel other women. My thing is, we are all built differently, and all of ours is not the same. That's why I say one. I can say this. I really can't stand when a man say, "Oh, it's just being a man."
Yeah, I can't
No,
stand
to
that. I
me,
hate
it's
it.
just being selfish,
Mhm.
and it's also being just more or less disgusting. That's just me.
Yeah, but you have to agree that all women are made with vaginas. We all got the vagina. It all got pubic
Yeah,
hair. It
they call
all
the
got a
same. They
clitoris.
call the same name. Yeah, we have the same equipment,
Yeah, but what I'm
but they're
saying,
not all the same.
I don't mean like it's exactly the same because no two nothings are exactly the same. But I'm saying, where's that thing going to? Like, not all men penises are just the same. But at the end of the day, that's what they got.
Okay, Denise.
Some,
Miss Honey. Lord have mercy,
some
I'm done
women,
with her.
some
I
women,
am so done. Okay.
some women don't take care of it. I'm just piggybacking y'all right.
Uh-oh.
So some take care of they self like other women. So some of them is a little stretchy and bumpy, some of them a little smooth and slick, So yeah, they are different.
Some are tight, some are loose.
Yeah, Luke.
Yeah, I did say that though. I did say that.
Like, fit like a glove, and be bouncing. Yeah. I'm gonna stop. Now,
I had a
Okay.
man
So,
tell me once that he likes variety.
mhm,
Well, he can ride himself by himself. Go get him a dog. He want variety.
that part. But Miss Honey, could you tell us, in your own opinion, what you know, what do you think would cause a man to feel like he cannot be with just one woman?
well, like any person, some people desire more attention than others. Some are more sexually active than others. So, um, my opinion, because I'm gonna just say that some it's different reasons why people want more than one. It ain't just one reason. It could be the fact that one woman is not enough for them, or they too much for one woman, so they
Mhm.
need a multiple women to handle each situation that they want them to handle. So it's different reasons. Yeah.
I have to agree.
Now, I'm gonna say, if you feel like you too much for a woman, you not enough at all to me. That's just the bottom line. Because when you full of yourself
It
that
ain't,
much,
no, but
you full. You just full of yourself.
no,
But I could say no. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm just saying for a man to feel that way.
Yeah.
But it's like me. You know, I feel like part of it's insecurities.
it could be.
Two, it could also be the fact that you know we can't knock that they're not in love with that one woman, but that one woman to them probably is not fulfilling every need or fantasy that they want.
It's
Or they
not
just
all. The reason I said that is not all about sex, though.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
it's some people like some people. They fall in love with someone, but maybe that person don't have the capability to communicate well when they need to communicate. So they have a person that they could communicate with more better than that. Or maybe it is that that person is more busier and they wanted some attention, some me time with someone, and the one that they love is too busy, and But yeah, it's selfishness. Yeah, I can say that, but
yeah, because I'll say it's selfishness because you have those that be like, I can do what you don't do,
yeah,
and
but you also have the ones that they don't make time to make sure that they other half is completely satisfied where they won't be wandering off to someone else. So it ain't just one sided thing there.
yeah,
So
well, I'm just gonna say it like this: it's at the end of the day, it's all excuses. If you care and love for the person that you're with, you're gonna be with that one person, not with that person, her person, he person, she person. I'm sorry, it's all
now
self
I
excuses.
agree with you when it's a mature person that wants a one on one relationship, but in this day and time, these folks they all is swinging and carrying down. They don't know how to be an intimate one on one thing anymore nowadays. That's what I'm seeing.
yeah, and it could be many reasons because you do have some that they just feel like they gotta have that 31 flavors. Then you have some that feel like they probably gotta be fed all the time because they feel like, okay, even though she calls me handsome and she says I'm good in bed, I gotta get a validation of another woman. You know, But like I heard one man say, well, I have one woman for this, another one for that, and another one for this. Well, why can't you find that in one woman? He said, because that one woman that I'm really in love with is not equipped with the other things that the other women have. So I kind of have those other women to fulfill the whole of me, which I feel like is just
Another
childish.
excuse.
It's an
It's
excuse.
another excuse.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and let's welcome in the co-host Keisha.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey, everybody, I'm just not getting off. So,
Drive careful now. Be
Well,
careful.
you should be careful when you're rolling in, but go ahead and give us your opinion on this.
Yes. So Keisha,
what's the question?
as you know, we're talking about why men cannot be satisfied with just one woman. In your own opinion, what do you feel will place a man in a position to where he feel like he just can't be satisfied with just one woman?
Well, I'm gonna have to say a man can be satisfied with one woman if that one woman is giving him everything he needs. A happy man that is content will not have his energy open to receive anybody else. So if that man is open, his energy is open, his portal's open, or whatever you want to call it, to be receiving, I can send to a man that is happily married, and it'll be there ain't gonna be no connection, it'll be nothing. But if I stand next to a man that he could be married, but he ain't happy, he ain't sadly married, but he's just not content. Well, then that means that his energy is going to be open for me to slide in and be like, so, hey, what you doing? Whether it's lifting him up, whether it's showing appreciation, whether it's just being his peace, something that if he got a nagging wife and this other person doesn't nag, if he feels not appreciated, but this other lady appreciates the small things that he do, that's how that happens without a man even being aware. So he can have it, he just not happy or all the way happy at home.
But I'm
Yes,
also,
and we're not talking about all men because every man have their
Yes.
own reasons, and you do have some men that's out there that's like, I'm satisfied with the woman I have.
yeah,
But you
Yeah,
have
see-
those that feel like, yeah, I got this one at home, but then I have this other one on the side because she satisfied me in areas that this other one don't.
yeah,
Which I feel like, okay, that's not fair to the one at home, because if she goes step out because she feel like you're not equipped in certain areas that she needs to be met, then you're gonna feel some type of way because now it's touching your ego. So I mean
But usually before a man steps out, he's gonna have had that conversation with that lady. Like, hey,
I'm
babe,
bored.
this is, well, no, not necessarily on board, but hey, don't nag as much or do this or do that. If that woman that he's with, because she's become complacent and think, oh, I got him, he ain't gonna leave. But see, you got to keep your man just like your man got to keep the woman. So if she's not doing those things that he's asking her for over and over and over, he's gonna step out. He ain't gonna leave you, but he's gonna go find all those things that you're not doing that he's asked you to stop doing or start doing. And
Yeah,
there
but
you have it.
what if he doesn't know how to ask for those things? What if he doesn't even know what it is that he wants from
Okay,
her?
what we're gonna come back after commercial break with Miss Nora's question. Don't forget that thought, lady, because that was a good one. But we'll be right back after this first commercial break. In two.
Feel love and affection. Hey, keep looking in all the wrong places. Keep trusting all the wrong faces. I'm sick of being lonely, baby.
Possible to sustain and maintain the attention of a person that is determined to be bored. When an individual is selfish, self-focused, narcissistic, or self-absorbed, they base the effectiveness of your doing on how much pleasure you bring them. In other words, as long as you're doing what they want you to do, they're happy with your performance. However, the moment they become exhausted with whatever it is you've been demonstrating, they will request a change in your behavior to better accommodate their pleasure glands. Selfish people can't be satisfied and the arrogant can't be appeased. So my advice is, once you realize that your continual efforts have no staying power on an individual, and no matter what you do, they're only happy as long as you're doing what they want you to do for the time frame in which they want you to do it, you might want to consider that to be hazardous to your emotional health and stability. Trying to please a narcissistic person is like trying to drink the ocean with a teaspoon.
Okay, make sure y'all tune in next Friday as Grown Men Talking Incorporated comes back with a topic, keeping love's ignited flame. This is going to be our Valentine's special for, they show fall on that day. And then we're going to come back next Saturday and we're going to talk about social media dismantling playground. Everything toxic and non-toxic, things of destructions that's been happening on social media. It's time to talk about it. And also, do not forget, we got the Powerful Poet contest going on. If you're a poet and you know it, make sure you put in your videos over to me or Mr. Dwight Robinson. That way we can get it over to the judges. And you never know, you might be the next Powerful Poet of the Year. Now, we're going to go back to Nora. She had a question before we left the air.
Well, I wanted to caveat off of that little video we just saw too.
Okay.
And bring my question in the back. When the man was saying that you can't please a narcissistic woman who always wants her needs met and only thinking about herself, I hear a lot of men say that, and it's I get what he's saying, and he's giving details on how he feels, but I also hear him saying she doesn't need me. Men are natural providers, they're protectors. So if what I'm providing you is not enough, then you don't need me. You need someone else. So my question was, what if that man doesn't know how to communicate what it is he needs from her?
Oh, that's a good question. That is a good question. If he doesn't know how to communicate, the chances are that he's going to go to one of his boys and he's going to want to get advice from them, which really 75% of the times is not good advice.
Nope.
And you have to be careful. That's why I advise, especially if your friend's relationship ain't good, why would you go get advice from somebody's relationship that's not doing good? If they're not in a relationship, why would you get advice from someone else that doesn't have a relationship?
Well, not only that, he doesn't know your woman like you do. He
exactly.
might
Every woman is
advice on
different.
The situation, but he doesn't know that woman not like you do, not intimately.
Exactly.
Oh, I want to piggyback off that video too. With that video, when he was saying about the narcissistic behavior, that doesn't mean, because I personally feel that I was in one at one point in my life where
What just happened?
If the man doesn't feel like you, like he was saying,
What did you just do?
What happened? You all right?
I got it. It was a box. Stay from behind there. Y'all have to excuse me. Stay from behind there. Go in there with your mother right now. I am so sorry, y'all. Y'all forgive me. I got grandkids.
It's okay.
But go ahead, Denise.
Okay, so like when he was saying something about like the narcissistic, you can't really quench narcissist appetite and stuff, because even though you may do everything that person wants you to do, but then they want you to change up and do more. Then you can never do that. Once you already do what they want you to do at this point, then they want you to do more. Then they want you to do more than that. But you never ever satisfied, and almost everything is your fault. It's most of the time it's going to be your fault and stuff. And I have to agree with him. You can't quench a narcissist's appetite. You can't do it, because it's all about them and what they want, their peace, their happiness, what they want you to do for them. And if you can't do what they want you to do for them, then you're the one in the wrong. You are the one in the wrong, not them.
And that is so true. When you're dealing with somebody with, and a lot of people don't want to admit when they're narcissists, but when you have the traits there, a narcissist to me, because I dealt with one, is a no-win battle, period. And it's better to not walk away, but run.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they self-absorbed. It's all about them. They're never right. I mean, they're never wrong. They don't take responsibility for their action, and they sure not going to be accountable for anything.
Nope.
So when he speaks of narcissists, that's a different level. But when you're dealing with an everyday man without narcissistic traits, you have to look at who you really dealing with, because not just that, we gotta also not just look at the men, but what we're depriving them from, especially if they had sat down and they talked to express before they even step out. And you be like, well, why am I not enough? Why you gotta do this to me?
Yeah.
Sometimes we gotta look at things that we're not doing in order to appease that man as he's trying to appease us.
Yeah. But sometimes you can never. Oh, is that a phone call we got right there?
Yes,
I
it
was
is.
wondering when the
Yes, it
men were
is.
gonna start calling. Let's hear from you guys.
Yes.
I think they hung up, so
Oh,
we'll wait
don't
to
be
see if they.
scared. Call back.
Yeah, you can call back. That scared me for a minute.
But you
Yeah,
know what, Spicy, what you were saying is the sad part about what you were saying is that no matter how much you try, you can never satisfy them. You just can't.
yeah. Grown women are using vibes.
Well, hello, ladies of vibes.
Oh Lord.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, hey. What it is? What's going on?
You might
Um,
want to turn down your background.
I, I just want to say this. I'm sitting here watching the
We have an
show,
echo. You got to turn down your
and
background.
we got an echo.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got
you
it.
got to turn
Wait,
down.
hold up. Let me see what it is. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Okay.
The thing is with men, when they have a woman, most of the time. Now, before I get into that, at the beginning of the show, I agree with the I agree with the ladies when it comes to the vagina. Vaginas are different. Just like Denise said, some bigger, some smaller, some tighter. But yeah, y'all
That was
all,
honey.
y'all made
I said
in
the
this.
same thing too.
Hey, but just like every man has a different size penis. So same thing with women, they have a different size vagina. But that has nothing to do really about why men choose to look somewhere else. And a man can be with a
Right.
woman, dating a woman, and the reason why now all men are different. All men are like some men are just dogs. They can be with a good woman and they see another fine looking woman, they just don't chase her. They're just in their nature. Most men's nature. But sometimes when a man starts to look at another woman, he might be having trouble at home with his relationship with a woman. Just like I believe Keisha said, they're not getting along, they're not communicating well. His interest, he's not getting what he needs at home. And then he might need a woman that's giving him everything he needs that his woman at home not giving him. And that's why he seeks somewhere else.
And could
And
one of those
everything.
things be what they talk about, which is peace?
It could be peace. Because it could be peace. That woman could be nagging him about everything, and to the point where he's a good man, but some women don't appreciate when they do have a good man, and men can sense that, and they start looking somewhere else. She don't appreciate nothing I do. She don't show it. She don't even say thank you most of the time. And some of these men like, you know what, I can do better, and they usually be looking for other women. And some women they might even have a woman friend that they know that might be single and liking them, and he like, well, damn, she at least she look at me different. She other words, she pulls me up when my woman should be pulling me up. This one is pulling me up. I mean, the same way a man should lift his woman, women do the same thing with their men. You gotta uplift your man. I know men are born to be strong and not supposed to cry. They're supposed to whatever the case may be, but if you a man and you're not getting that from your woman that you with, yeah, they're gonna look somewhere else. And sometimes it don't have to be because this girl is more attractive. It's just she treat that man differently, and he's not getting that at home, so he started looking somewhere else.
Okay, now even speaking on those lines, and you tell me if I'm wrong. If a man got a woman that all she does is complain, nag, fuss about every little thing, that could turn a man off sexually as well, to where he doesn't even.
Oh yeah. Most definitely. I don't want to. You got me so mad. I'm different. I can't speak for all men, but you piss me off. I don't even want to touch you. Nah. You and then if we can't fix it, and then we going back and forth, yeah, the sex go out the window. Some men say, "No, I don't matter. We mad at each other. You still give me some." I'm gonna tell you right now, all men are not like that. Some men look at it like, you know what, we can't, we just can't come together.
Mm-hmm.
And when you can't come together and it's always fighting and nagging, I'm telling you, they're gonna start looking somewhere else. Point blank. They're just gonna start looking somewhere else. And another thing is, when it comes to sex, most women would do things that the man that he's with, when he's in the room with his girlfriend and she doesn't do sexual things that he wants, and another woman will, sometimes they leave for that. Now, I wouldn't do that though. But some men have said, well, my woman don't do this and she don't do this. It's this other woman I know, and she says she'll do it all, and that's what I need. And then they start looking at that other woman, but it's just for sexual pleasure. Because if you really love the woman you're with, you're not going to just leave that woman for just sexual pleasure. But some men, they do that. But ladies, at the same time, you got to be careful who you pick and who you choose. You might be picking a man that likes multiple women. You need to do your homework on this man. This man charms you and make you think he's the best man around. And then as soon as your back turn, he's talking to 2 more women down the street.
True.
And it is true.
And we're not saying it's okay. We're not saying it's right. But these are the things that could lead up to this here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sit back, you wonder, what is it about me? Now, what about the women that don't nag, that don't complain, that cook, clean, watch kids, cater to him when he come home, but he still ventures out and just feels like, okay, no, I need more.
He's the devil.
Because that's a dog. Right? That's a dog. You chose a man. You chose a man. That's a dog. Because if he's getting all the love he needs at home and all this other stuff, and he still choose to go outside that, then you just got yourself a dog. Because a dog go out the car and get as many other, you know what I'm talking about, out there in the streets that he sees. You just got yourself a dog. And a lot of men use this. But they said multiply. They back in the Bible day, more men had more than one wife. They had more than one woman. We just, they just did. They had more. You can look at Abraham. You can look at all these other guys in the Bible times. They had more than one wife. And some men would use that. But hey, back then they had more than one wife. Or they even said those people from Africa, they had more than one woman. So why I can't have more than one woman? It's just like the lion. If you're in the jungle, the lion has the lioness, and it's one male lion usually, and they got about 8, 9 other lions that go out there and do what they do, and he attends to all their needs and everything. But we human beings, so we can't really use that because we're humans. But
but you have some men that'll say, well, there's more women in the popularity than it is men, so we can do that.
And it's true. You men in the candy store. They'll tell you right now, what one woman won't do, there's 10 to 15 others that will do. That's how some men think. But like I said, it comes to the woman. Y'all have to choose to be careful who you lay down with and who you give yourself to.
We're so quick to go in.
We just stay with one woman. But and I tell women this all the time. Some of my friends, it's the ones you choose. You choose those dudes that like to have more than one woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Go do a background check on it. I mean, ask around. Don't just give yourself into this man, give your energy into this guy until you know for sure he's a one-man lady. Because he got one. He got 5 more down the street.
Look like I'm about to die, virgin.
So I mean, it's all out there. But it's true. We men have the more advantages because there are like 10, 15, maybe more women to every man. So they're like, whatever, because I know 5 more than you. So
it's one of the
you just got to keep up with the men that you choose.
That women and men, not everybody's meant to be with somebody.
But that's not the way God intended it.
But it's true. That's not true either. Not everybody's meant to be with it. Have you heard of the thing called eunuchs? Eunuchs were never married.
I ain't never met one.
Yeah, it has people out there that's not meant to be with anyone.
I mean, there are those people that exist, but I'm not gonna believe that. I ain't, not for myself. I ain't, because I want a husband.
Ourselves. I'm just saying this.
Well, I guess that's more for people that want to be, because there are some men and women that choose to be single and choose not to deal with any, the opposite sex, same sex, none of that, But for those that desire, to be get married or whatever, I think it's just us putting ourselves in that position. No marriage is going to be 100% on the dot. It's just not going to happen. That's why you have to constantly date your spouse. Make sure the same thing you did when you got me. Let's go out to eat. We can go to Chili's. We can go to Cheddar's. We can go to the Burger King. We can go wherever. But you got to keep that same. You can't get me and then just stop doing it. That's how
I agree.
things come about.
She made a great point. And the same way that you got that man, keep yourself, ladies, keep yourself up. Look nice for the man. If you keep yourself looking nice, you ain't got to worry about looking at another woman.
Okay, that part, Dwight, that's for next week.
Yeah. Keep yourself up. Don't have a man come home and you look jacked up all the time. Make yourself up, look sexy. That makes a man want you more. You ain't got to worry about him slipping somewhere else. He sees one of his friends, and his friend's wife or girlfriend always made up and look good, and he come home like, damn, it's black. Why she can't dress up a little bit and look a little sexy for me?
Well, that takes it back
every
to
man
what I
thinks
said.
different. And once again, like I said, ladies, do your homework. That way you're gonna end up with a dog that looks somewhere else. And also, if you got you a good man, keep doing what you was doing when you met that man, so that man won't have to look somewhere else.
But you have to be willing to communicate what it is you need both ways.
And that's true, because I mentioned that sometimes communication is key. If you don't have communication, it ain't gonna work, no matter who you get with. If we can't talk without bumping heads, if we can't communicate, it ain't gonna work. Since it ain't gonna work, then we need to go ahead and go our separate ways, because it just ain't gonna work.
Just like you can't.
You know what? You can also be that woman that always dressed up, always looked nice, always looked presentable, always kept the house clean, always done everything possible to make that man happy. And he ain't happy with nothing.
You know why? That may not be his love language. He may not care. But he may not care about you wearing high heels and a dress. He may want something else from you that you're not giving him.
Yeah, you do have to know your person's love language.
Like, you can't bring me flowers and think I'm gonna be excited. That's not what I want.
Yeah, I like flowers, but that ain't my love language.
I want you to spend time with me. If I ain't seeing you all week and you bring me flowers, that's not enough.
Yeah. So that's it, ladies. That's part of it. I mean, I hope some more men come in and give their opinion on the show. But you gotta be careful who you get with, because some women do get the dogs. They don't always look. But communication is the most. If you can't communicate with your mate and talk about each other's needs and wants, then it ain't gonna work anyway, and they're gonna both be looking somewhere else. So. It's been a pleasure, ladies. Y'all have anything else y'all want to ask me before I hang up on y'all?
Tell your brothers and your cousins to call.
Yeah.
Tell me, you sure you want them to call? Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't know. Hey, I'm going to tell them to call. I don't know, you might not like what they said, but I'm a damn well tell them, hey, give the ladies a call and give y'all opinion about this show tonight.
Thank you.
So, I'll see about getting them a call. And this is a great topic. I hope more people are looking, and because I'm pretty sure a lot of ladies out there want to know why they men turn their head or be looking at other women besides them. Man, y'all really be hit on there at a good point when it comes to communication, not doing enough, or you just with a dog, and the dog don't care. You can be with him for 5 years, he's still gonna look. So just gotta be careful. But yeah, I'll see if I can get them to call so they can get their thoughts on this topic. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, ladies.
All right. You have a good night. And while we go on break, honey, I want to kind of get Mom's opinion on something. If she could look up something, because the main thing that we talked about, because it's like a controversial. Because I know, like when my grandmother raised me, she always said, God didn't intend for us to be alone. Nope. But nowadays, if we choose to, then that's our choice. But then people, the way they've been, like I said before, the relationship has been reconstructed in a different way now. People don't go by the Bible. They don't go. They're making up their own rules and ways of doing things, and it's not the right way. You know, you can't rewrite something that what it is that's what it is, and that's not going to change no matter what you try to do. But that's what it is. But what we're going to do, we're going to go to a short break, and we're going to come right back. But if you have your mom look that up for me, please, and we'll be back in 2 and 2. I guess when it decides to start.
Yeah, when it wants to.
Start.
Like I tell you, we having technical difficulties today. We're not going to let this win. So y'all got to excuse things that's going on right now.
A man who needs multiple women is very unhappy with himself. Having the attention of multiple women feeds his ego to cover up his insecurities. See, a real man doesn't need more than one good woman. He's gonna invest his time and energy into someone he sees a future with. An insecure man is gonna play with all these women's emotions for his own benefit and to boost his self-esteem. Facts.
All right.
So, excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. What did you want me to ask Mama to look up for you again?
Well, we was talking about what God intended for ones not to be alone.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now on that one right there, Denise, give us your opinion about what he just said, because we did hit on some of those points where we talked about selfishness and you know the insecurities. What was your feeling about what this guy just said?
Well, I believe it in some parts, yes. And I can kind of elaborate a little bit more too what he was saying. Yes, it's got a lot of selfish men out there because we outnumber them. Of course, they're a little selfish and very insecure at some point. Some of them may have got their heart broken when they was younger, so they want to go out there and conquer everything in sight. And they don't care because they want to hurt everyone, thinking that they're going to hurt the person that hurt them. So they go out and they find women and find another woman and hurt that woman and so on and so on. You know, that's what I think anyway. Or that they didn't have a good example growing up, you know, a mother and father relationship, married parents. And that can be a problem too. You know, I'm just saying, you know.
And I have to agree with that. You know, sometimes we can't blame the parents for everything, because when it comes to a point in time in life, we got to learn and wake up. But it has a lot to do with it, because when you have parents, the parenting don't come with a manuscript, okay?
Nope.
Nothing to help you, guide you on how to raise the kids or to become a parent. But the one thing is that when they are like, how you say, the exposure, when that child is seeing you continually, like, you know, because I have an ex that did the same thing with my youngest child, to where you take my youngest child around different women. So what are you teaching that son? You're not teaching him to respect women or to be loyal or, you know, how to be a man in that aspect. So even though at times that if they don't see it, our children are not dumb. No. And they do tend to repeat the things that we do. So we do have to be careful what we do and what we put before them. And the main factor is they also learn by how you treat their mother.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful of that. So, honey, your opinion on that there?
I'm sorry, I was still conversing with my mom. I'm sorry. What you want my opinion on again? I'm sorry.
The video we just seen.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry, Spice. I was confirmed.
Okay, no, that's fine, because I know you was texting for my behalf. Nora, your opinion.
I like what he said, because it was well rounded. It wasn't one sided. So
Mm-hmm.
I believe there are some men out there who crave validation, and I get it. I have moments, but I know what's good for me, so I'm here by myself. But I do believe that when a man when he really wants a woman, when he loves her, he'll move heaven and earth. Ain't no devil in hell can keep him away from her. So I'm waiting on him.
Yes, I know that's right. Amen on that one.
That's right.
Amen.
She said, yes. And, he did hit some good points, just like we said before, but my thing is that instead of playing game, because to me, it's a dangerous game.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Especially, you cannot ever underestimate what a person won't do when they snap.
Yep.
And whether it's man or woman, you step out on them, you never know how they're going to respond to that.
Yep.
So my thing is that if you're not happy at home, then maybe it's time to leave.
I've always agreed with, like, if you don't really love me, let me be.
Let me go.
Yeah. Don't have me and try to have her and sometime him. I don't. But it's true though. Sometimes him. I mean, don't do me like that. Let me go and let me have my peace. Let me be me. Don't like I always hated when it's like in the other videos they were talking, the gentlemen were talking and saying they all said one thing in common, peace, my solitude. I want you to do what I want you to do, and don't worry about what I'm doing over here. Don't look this way. I need you to do what I told you to do. I don't need you to copy me. I need you to just do what I asked you to do, and we'll be fine. And what they're really saying, I'll be fine. I don't give a crap how you feeling about the whole situation.
Exactly, because you want everything just your way. There's no compromise. There's no conversation. It is what it is. It's my way or the highway. And that's where it falls into selfishness.
Yep. That's
not a relationship.
That's not a relationship.
Yeah, but you hear it all the time. You hear a lot of men say this, but it gets on my nerves. I'm sorry, people. I hate when you men sit up there and say, telling the women pick better. Telling the women to pick better. Why don't you just do better? How about that? How about just do better? It irks my nerves because it's not our fault that your mind is messed up. Get yourself right.
Okay.
But it's true though.
Yeah.
Get yourself right. I mean, go see a therapist or something.
Yeah, because they want better, but they don't want to do better to be better for that better one.
Yeah.
And my thing is that I'm gonna ask you, each one of y'all ladies, because I know some people won't even touch that part, but we're gonna touch it tonight. I know it's no better either way it goes, but do you think it's worse when your man steps out on you with a woman, or is it worse when they step on you with a man? Nura.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Yeah, I heard that swallow.
Well, see, I've been cheated on before. Him going out with other women. The other thing now, as far as I know, the other thing has never happened. So I don't know how I don't know. I can't say, but hurt is hurt, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yes. But I would have to say, I don't see honey kind of blocked out there, but I would definitely say either one hurt. But I think it would be even worse if it was a man. It'd just be worse. They're both bad.
If you look at some of the reactions, and I watch some of these actions, and I'm not just talking about TV shows, But I look at the reaction when a woman catches a man with a woman versus when she comes in and she think it's a woman he cheating on her with, but it's actually a man. And the reaction is pretty different. So
It's worse.
I hope I never have
look,
to experience
look,
that.
me either.
look. I'm gonna be Janet Jackson. What are you doing the bending now? That's what you're doing.
But you know that the tone how she said that.
I'm sorry. It's gonna hurt me.
Yeah, I think if they leave you for the same sex as they are, I think it's more of an insult.
Okay, now if he
It's a
leaving
slap.
me for a man, that's
If
different.
even if he's messing with him, messing or leaving, my thing is that a hole is not a hole, so I don't understand that.
I can't compete
And if it's
with
been
no other
in you, you should have went that way and not wasted my time.
man. First, I'm gonna get myself tested because
No.
I don't believe in going through the back door.
Well, see,
Y'all,
that's the thing.
no.
Even if it's a woman, you got to get tested. It
I
doesn't
know,
matter.
but I feel
Her
a
and
little
whoever
worse.
she had sex with.
I understand that and I get it, but some areas are not meant to be touched. And I don't give a crap with no.
Some areas are not meant to be shared.
Yeah, all of
Oh
that.
no, I'm here for everything with my husband.
That's what I say. Some are not
I'm
meant
here
to be
for it
shared
all.
by everybody. Everybody's not agreeing. But I mean, I don't know. To me, if that was me, it's hurt. It's hurt. But I think
Yeah, it's how
it's
hurt.
more of a deeper insult when if he was to mess with another man.
Yeah, it's worse.
Because then it make as a woman, it make you feel like
Yeah, I can't
he
compete
can
with that.
fulfill you more than I could.
I can't
Yeah.
allow
But then at the
myself
same
to
time, like
wonder
you've
what
been
that
like
would
this the
feel
whole time,
like.
so I was a cover up.
Mm-hmm.
It has to
And
make you wonder.
sometimes you are. Spicy, sometimes you are. You
Mhm.
are a cover up. I've seen that happen before where um the the woman with a man for years and said, I only married you to make my parents happy.
Meaning that he never loved her.
That's right.
That's why I don't like arranged marriages because I don't need my parents choosing who I need to be with. Because the person you choose could be that one man that, okay, he's probably in love with somebody else.
And
But
it's
you know what? In that failure, you have to look at the woman too. You have to vet properly.
Mhm.
There had to be one or two red flags. You can't tell me you was with a man that wanted a man and you never knew that something was off.
sometimes
you-
they're good at hiding.
Yeah, because sometimes a mother can read right through it and sometimes they can't.
Because you got a man that'll sit up there and have a whole fleet of
What's
kids.
wrong, honey?
Have a whole fleet of kids.
She's like, what did I
Grandkids
pop
and
back
all.
into?
But you are the one that everyone said, "Oh, y'all such a wonderful couple." But in his mind, he don't even want to be with you. He want to be with your boss.
Yeah. So, honey, what we was asking was that
That's what mama.
do y'all see her? Hi, mom. I'm gonna ask her just a minute. Do you feel like I don't know whether to say the pain or is the situation worse if if you catch your man stepping out with another woman or your man stepping out with another man?
I'm gonna be like God. To me, both is gonna be equal because hurt is hurt. If you cheating, you cheating. If you hurting me, you hurting me.
Yeah.
Sin is a sin. Ain't no sin greater than the other, and ain't no pain greater than the other. If it hurt is hurt to me.
Yes. Yes.
If I'm not hurting you, why are you hurting me?
True. Now we got mom on there, which y'all see is Bertha Mesa. I hate to call her that because that's mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hello.
And the question I have for her is because I know coming up with my grandmother, rest in peace, she would always say that God did not intend for us to be alone. That's why he made Eve for Adam. So
Yeah.
is it written in the Bible anywhere to where it states that, and I don't confrontate when it comes down to biblical things. I refuse to confrontate, but I need this for knowledge because I know what I came up on. Is it anywhere in the Bible where it says that God does not intend for man to be alone? And we'll wait for her to respond on that. We should have gave it a number.
Right?
Genesis 2:18.
Uh-huh.
Okay, could you? Oh God, what you could call her? Matter of fact, let me see.
Hold on. I can call. Wait.
We're gonna get Mom on the phone because I don't want to have to text everything. But if y'all want to, y'all have your Bibles. Y'all could do Genesis 2:18. And
it does
like
say
I said, my grandmother was. I mean,
It's a
she didn't cross the
rhetorical
threshold
question,
of her Bible.
It says Genesis 2:18.
Wait a minute, hold on. Yes, Mom.
Oh,
yes, ladies. Yes,
that's my mama. Now, the question is,
it does say that in the Bible. It's not good for man to be alone, and as you all were speaking, there's all kind of stuff he can get into because there's no good thing that lies in the flesh. The flesh wants what the flesh wants.
Yep.
Absolutely.
But also, isn't that let me ask you this. We got her.
Denise, 1 second. She's still saying something.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
Go ahead.
I said, the flesh don't hold no good thing. Mm-hmm. And if it's not sanctified, it's messed up. Mm-hmm. So it's going to desire whatever comes to his mind, it's going to desire that. And whether it be a man or a woman and woman, man and man, that's just a part of the flesh. Yeah. And until it's crucified, it's going to be that way. And what we're saying is, we don't like it. And a lot of us, we may, in our hearts and mind, we may want that one man in our life, or that one person in our life that we love and trust, that we can depend on. But the only way you're going to do that is through Christ. You can't do it by yourself because ain't nobody going to be able to keep themselves from doing what they want to do, what the flesh wants them to do, unless they surrender to God. Because sin is just sin. It's not, I can't judge you for doing something. You can't judge me for doing something because guess what? We all have come short. Mm. So with that said, if a person got a need, they just got a need. So you just have to pray for them.
Absolutely.
Amen.
You're not.
And that's the truth.
If you can take it, all right. But if you can't, ain't no such thing faking it till you make it. You got to take it till you make it. But if you can't take it, let it go.
Yep. Let it go. Let it go.
Why you holding on to it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If it's causing any pain, any stress, you need to let go of that stress. That load is not for you. You feel for a load, but not that heavy load.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All you wind up doing is hurting yourself and him too.
Mm-hmm.
Or them.
Now, since we got Mom on here right now, what is your feeling right now, in your opinion, when it comes down to saying a man just can't be satisfied with one woman?
Oh, everybody say that, but let me tell you something. You get to my age, you're You know what? It's not a point of not being satisfied, because it's a point of looking for something that you haven't found.
Absolutely.
That's all it is. It's no such thing as you can't be satisfied with one person. You can be, but that's if you find the right person.
Mm. That's the key.
Everybody looking for love, but they're looking for love in all the wrong places.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
So they don't do it until they find something that's going to satisfy the only one true love. And I know some of y'all may not believe it.
God.
Through Christ, everything is possible.
Yeah.
Through God, everything is possible. You can have that one love. And I've seen people that's been together for over 65 years. And then let me tell you something. They had their ups and downs, but they had them together.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't want that. We want everything good, but we don't want to take the bad with it. But in life, you got to take the bitter with the sweet.
I'm waiting on my sweet.
I'll take the sweet and the sour.
He say, keep waiting, baby.
It's coming.
It's coming.
You know, but
I receive
I
it.
understand you women because I'm a woman and let me tell you something. You ain't gonna give me no anything.
That's right.
If you don't want me, if you can't love me, then go about your business. Don't waste my time.
Absolutely.
Cause I could be with somebody that really care about me. But see, we want the glitter and the glamour and the chit chat and everything in one person. But see, it takes two to make one.
Say it, Mama. Come on, Mama.
It do. We got to give
Work
and take.
together.
But see, we don't want to. We want to take, but we don't want to give.
Yeah.
Yes, that part.
And when
that
you do that, you come up empty-handed after a while.
It has a lot of people that just want to take.
Yes. Well, I appreciate you, Mama. I really thank you very much. You know, I'm telling you, we need you again. We're gonna give you the number.
Y'all have a good night.
Thank
you too.
you.
And saying that, we thank Mama for coming on, speaking her mind, letting us know the truth. And this we standing on that, because that's where I go by, the one that is spiritual and that reads that Bible. So I tell you what, we'll be right back after this last break.
A man who needs multiple women is very unhappy with himself. Having the attention of multiple women feeds his ego. It's a mask, a distraction, a way to cover up his insecurities. See, a real man doesn't need more than one good woman. He knows the value of loyalty and commitment. He invests his time and energy into someone he sees a future with. He builds trust, respect, and something lasting because he knows that's where real fulfillment comes from. But an insecure man, he plays games, he toys with emotions, he strings along multiple women, not caring about the damage he leaves behind. To him, it's all about control, validation, and boosting his fragile self-esteem. But here's the truth. No amount of attention will ever be enough for a man who doesn't feel whole inside. A real man chooses differently. He values depth over distractions, respect over selfishness. He knows that love isn't about how many you can keep. It's about how well you can treat the one who matters. Because at the end of the day, it's not the number of people who surround you that defines you. It's the character you show when no one's watching. So ask yourself this: are you the man who builds or the man who destroys?
I'm going to be very honest. I'm going to be honest right now. If you got a good person in your life, and I don't care who you are, them, they, her, him, she, whatever you choose to be, you better keep that person. The dating pool is not what y'all really think it is no more. It done went to straight shit.
Yes. Okay, as a reminder, the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour 2025 Powerful Poet Contest the deadline is April 15th. Make sure you get your videos over. As you've seen, this is our fourth year in doing this. Truly blessed. And the 2025 trophy, you should be seeing it soon because it is on the way. They already processed everything. Also, the one for the Junior Powerful Poet, we will have here as well. Just any day it's coming in. It was shipped out on the 6th, so y'all know it's coming up. But make sure that you get everything over. As you see, these are the categories that you will be applying for. And the judges will put you where they feel like your piece will go. In order to possess the powerful poet, you have to be able to fulfill all 4 categories. Hey, our last 3 was able to do it, and I know someone out there else can do it as well. Make sure you tune in next Friday as the Grown Men Talking Incorporated, Igniting Love's Flame. Hey, this here topic is going to be about what you could do to keep the flame lit in your relationships. So you do not want to miss out on this one here. And also next Saturday, the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour crew will be on to discuss social media dismantling playground. When others come on here to destroy people's character, businesses, but some are just miserable. We'll see what we're going to say about this. Make sure you keep the notifications on because it's going to be hot. Now, honey, on this last video, I mean, believe it or not, it's the first time I could understand 50 Cent because I could never ever understand him before. But be honest. But what is your thoughts when you actually heard what he was saying about this topic here?
I want to apologize first and foremost.
I'm so sorry, network.
No, I just got off the phone with Mama. I'm sorry,
Okay.
y'all. My bad.
Okay.
I didn't hear the commercial. My bad. I'm sorry.
Okay, Miss Nura.
I agree with what it was. Words of wisdom to me.
Mm-hmm.
I like what he said, and I liked how he said it. It was poetic.
Yes. And Tanique.
I agree with what he said, but I also agree with the last part that the last gentleman said. The
Mm-hmm.
dating pool is full of. It's went to hell.
Yeah, yep, agree. And it's just like I said, to upon themselves to rewrite the meaning behind love, the meaning behind relationships, the position of the woman, the position of the man. They rewritten it. And then this is why we at the place to where you hardly hear anybody getting married.
Nope.
You hardly hear people saying that, they're in a relationship. Or they just say, I don't want to be in a relationship because how things being rewritten. They don't want to accept. They're just like taking the responsibility and accountability and they're able to follow by rules and restrictions. They don't want to do that. They want to rewrite the way they want it to happen.
It's crazy the way people are thinking these days because I hate to even say it because I'm female, but I'm not like that. But it has a lot of females today. Y'all suck. I mean, y'all really suck. I mean, because you're not thinking about a long-term future. You're thinking about the now, here, and I want it now.
Mm-hmm.
You're not compatible with these men, and I'm gonna have to say, men, it's your fault because y'all create these monsters. Y'all create these monsters going around here with flashing money, cars, and all kind of stuff. Are you all right?
Yes, sorry, I dropped.
there. So you're running around here flashing all this money and stuff around, and you don't want a real woman. Y'all want these plastic dolls, these Barbie dolls that only want your money. Now you're stuck with these creatures.
Yeah. And I mean, half I agree with you and half I don't. Because, it's not all on the man either. Because you gotta look at some of these females, that was raised to where, you don't let a man do this. You don't let a man talk to you like this. You make sure that you have control and you put your foot down. This is how this is the main thing I don't like. Train your man. No. So
you can't train no grown man.
Folks on both sides, because, you gotta look at these women's mind structure now. Yes, some men have put these women in this position to where they feel like it has to be this way because they feel like they had to become the head of the household. They felt like they had to step up and provide. But at the same time, these women kind of got their mind structure as well. Like they just don't want no man to tell them nothing. They didn't want to feel, you know, like they don't have no sort of power. When you forgetting who's supposed to be the head, you know. So, what is your opinion on that, Miss Nura?
I believe the dating world is a reflection of what's going on in the world. It's being demolished by social media and a lot of misandrous and misogynistic idealism and the way people approach each other, like on Facebook and the TikTok reels, and it's men hating on women and women hating on men. But the population is so much nowadays compared to 20-30 years ago that good men and women are like a needle in a haystack. It seems like there's none out there, but we are. It's just hard to find us.
Exactly.
You know, That's my take on it.
And I agree with you because I don't want to speak too much because we're going to be discussing this next Saturday about the dismantling of social media.
Right.
A lot of hearsay. You judge a woman based on hearsay when really hearsay could just be jealousy,
Yep.
intimidation, and wanting to have you for themselves. So they're gonna try to say things to tear that
That
person
too.
down to try to get that person for themselves.
So
So
you
you have to be careful that.
sabotaging?
Yeah. So
Sabotaging.
let me calm down for a minute because I say that's next week.
But you know what, Spicy, and you know what else is destroying long-term relationships and men sticking with one woman and women sticking with one man too.
Mhm.
We didn't touch that side,
Mhm.
but reality TV.
Yes, it's destruct a lot. And I think it was me and Honey earlier. We was listening to something of this guy was talking about, and I think it's supposed to be for next week's show. But what all he mentioned, it was so true. It was all true. We don't have family bonds no more. We don't have family dinners no more. We don't play games no more. And it's because what we're going to discuss next Saturday.
I'm excited already. look, I'm excited already.
Yes. But yeah, it has a lot to do with that.
It's really sad because when I was growing up and coming into like womanhood, all I wanted was a husband, kids, and dinners at the table and watching TV together and going to the movies and stuff, having fun with my family. That's what I wanted. That ain't all what I got, but that's what I wanted. Not to
Yes.
say that it wasn't like that. Sometimes it was, but it was a lot of not communicating well and not expressing each other. Being you having parties being a little bit on the selfish side. And you didn't get all what you wanted out of that, and I hate one-sided relationships. I do not like one-sided relationship because both parties got to respect each other, and compromise. And it's not a lot of, unfortunately, with men, there's not a lot of compromising. It isn't. It's more about my rules. I'm the man of the house. You do what I say. You supposed to be submissive.
Control.
All that nonsense.
But we're gonna talk about submission too, because I know we talked about it about 3 years back, but I think we need to revisit it.
I think we should revisit.
That's a 3-hour long show, ain't it?
Hey, I'm up for it if you are, baby. But you know what? It's just Honey, I'm gonna send you the names, but I need you to have Mom say a prayer because China's family, everybody keep her upheld. She has had, the roughest last year, and coming into this year, it's been very hard for her to be so young and had to go through things. And when they said, when it hit in threes, well, it's been hitting her more than threes. And we just ask everybody to uphold her in prayer. We're gonna have, Honey's mom, well, my mom too, and put her name in, into the prayer to keep for, our Father to keep her covered. Because the devil is on attack, and we get into that after we get off of the show. But at the end of the day, we have to realize anytime, it's up to the person whether they want to stick with a person that believes in this. Because sometimes all it takes is for you to sit back and observe the conversation of a man to know exactly where he's coming from. And you could get a feel of if this person really gonna be loyal or if he's satisfied with just you.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to it, there's some red flags for that.
Yep.
And you have to keep your eyes open. Everything that glitters is not gold.
Yep. But have you ever run across this, Spicy, where the man said when you first started going with this person, they love everything about you, your jokes, your laugh, your smile, everything, your mannerism, how you keep home and everything. But when you finally get with this person, they want to change you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to watch it for that. Because my thing is, I hear some of these men talk about, well, when she get with me, she can't be dressed like this. We married now. You can't dress like this. You can't present yourself like this. But when you got with her, that's what attracted you to her.
Yep.
But then once you get her in, you feel like because you know those other men gonna look at her the same way you did when you got her.
Yep.
If you want a woman to portray herself a certain way, be looking for that type of woman for your life. Don't think that you could just go out there and get that type of woman and then think you're going to remold her. Because at the end of the day, I've been raised. I don't need to be raised. And I think my grandmother did a darn good job.
Yeah. Sometimes, but you know what? Sometimes I can't agree with the men when you do get married. Sometimes we had our outfits out there. Get them man outfits, but we have to also remember once we do get married, we need to kind of tone it down and be a little more conservative with our clothing. You can't always, when you get married to someone, you can't keep having your butt cheeks out and your breasts hanging all out because you got a whole husband. So why are you still advertising? Why are you still, no? So you got, and that goes for the men too. You can't be going out there with the smell good, the delicious, my favorite smell good on for everyone else to have it.
Or the gray sweatpants that show the imprints.
Oh God. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, but for some people, that's who they are.
Right.
You can't be running out there with the basketball shorts on and the get them gray sweatpants. You can't do that. You have to be more respectable with your wear once you.
Because even though you think it's not wrong and you think it's okay, if it's making your mate feel uncomfortable and they feel like they're being disrespected, then you should respect their feelings. It's not always about just your feelings.
But isn't that still changing the person?
No.
No, because if you actually, when you get married, some of the things that you used to do, you can't do anymore because of the fact that it may disrespect your other half.
I understand what y'all saying. I'm playing devil's advocate here because the way I am now is how I'm going to be married. I don't have to change anything.
Exactly.
Okay.
But if he met you at a strip club, if he got you from a strip club and you was dressed that way, and then he marries you, and he tells you, okay, you no longer work in that strip club, and you're not gonna be dressed like that. But you met her, that was in her. You met her like that. But now you get her, you want to change her.
But the thing is, you gotta. One thing, okay, you might have been out there being a hooker or out there being a stripper or out there hanging out there with your butt cheeks out and everything else out and all your cleavage out and stuff. But you have to remember, once you take those vows as a husband or a wife, things have to change.
Respect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah, but not everybody has that conversation.
I know, but that's why we're here, to let these people out here know. Once you get married out there, people,
Miss Devil's
look here.
But there's one thing it's one thing to respect, but then it's another thing when you're controlling.
Yeah.
So those are separate.
Yeah, that's like taking a woman and she's wearing something that's like this, way up here, and you telling her that she can't wear. You need to put on that potato sack because I don't want no one knowing what's up.
Not the potato sack.
I know I'm a hot mess. So if I got to a point to where I wanted to be married, I know it's gonna be some things I'm gonna have to change.
Yeah,
that's because you have a line of respect for whoever you're gonna have in your life.
Right, and I'm single now, so I'm being me. Only person I'm trying to respect is me and God. And if he all right with it, then I don't care what nobody else saying, because he told me to do me just to get the people to, what I'm saying, turn his way. You got to do some things to get somebody attention sometimes.
Yeah, because sometimes you could be attracting the wrong attention, so you do have to be careful.
That's true.
But like I said, history has rewritten itself. Well, people have rewritten history, because when I came up, there was a certain way we supposed to carry ourselves. There was a certain way we supposed to spoke, especially when you're dealing with the male partner. If somebody come to your home, even though it's your home, if there was your brother's boys coming in, you're not gonna walk around the house with no booty shorts on.
No, go put some.
You don't do that. I didn't even do it in front of my dad. That's the respect. I feel like even though that I'm his daughter, I shouldn't be walking around my dad like that.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter. It's just a line of respect for myself. But you got women now, they don't show up to church like that. That's how much disrespect they have.
Ooh,
To where
Lord.
they're going to church with these short dresses. Now you know when we
Skirts
came up,
on and little dresses on, too
yeah.
tight dresses.
And see, I didn't care for dresses anyway. So when we started wearing the pantsuits and stuff, I was slid right on in there, you know. But you got to look at what you advertise and what you introduce is what you're going to get in response.
Absolutely. That's
So
true.
you have to be careful the way you portray yourself, because
Well,
my
see,
thing is
it's a difference between portraying
Bertha,
yourself and
I'm sorry.
entertainment on social media now. See, my entertainment is not my personality, so you could take it how you want to, but until you get to know me, you cannot judge me because that's God's place.
Yep.
But see, at the same time, just like she said, why did you get married if you ain't finished running around? Stay single. Amen.
I ain't married.
Exactly.
Not married.
That's what I'm like. If you're not ready to be loyal to me, if you're not ready to be faithful or provide me with everything I need and affection, because I got a lot of love in me, I'm ready to embrace. But if you're not ready for that, don't open that door.
And that
Do
goes
not
for
open that
men
door.
too. That goes for you men too. If you're not ready to be with one person, why marry them? Why?
Because I want to make sure that nobody else get what they want until they settle down.
Huh? I caught two sentences.
I caught the dead end of that, Miss Devil's Advocate. Let me hear that again.
Because I wanted to have sex with her, and that's the only way I could do it.
Oh, that has happened. Yes.
I have
yes.
heard it. I'm telling you.
But see, you also had those men to where they like, oh, I got her now, so I'm gonna hold on to her. And if I get her to where she loves me enough to where she won't go nowhere until I decide I'm gonna go venture out, and I know she ain't gonna go nowhere. But why do I have to sit around and endure this until you need Viagra or the Viagra doesn't work no more?
Oh, that's what the hospice wife.
Well, I wasn't expecting that.
Like, you want me here because you don't want nobody else to have me?
Yeah.
You don't want nobody else to show you how to treat me?
Yeah.
You know, that falls into that selfishness. If you're not ready to be with just one person, woman or man, if you're not ready to be completely faithful to that one woman or man, don't say I do.
Don't say I do. Just leave me alone.
Because you don't.
Just leave me alone.
Stay single if you ain't ready to commit to one person. Why? I don't understand why people go commit to somebody and then the next half hour they up under somebody else.
Yep.
You ain't ready, so why commit? Just keep having fun. Tell them you ain't ready for no relationship. You out here having fun. I got A, B, C, D going on. You want to?
There's other ways to have fun because that's just nasty.
These rascals out here.
Be honest about your nastiness.
Well, these rascals out here, let me tell you, they are so disgusting. You can tell them that, look, I'm looking for a long-term relationship. I want a good man that wants to take care of me and I take care of him. And they say, yeah, I want the same thing too, baby. That's the same thing. And then the next thing you know,
they in that bed and
y'all got these men scared to call in. Listen to y'all. Ain't nobody gonna.
Don't be scared.
Well, we didn't hurt Dwight. We didn't hurt Dwight.
Dwight ain't scared of nothing.
He shot Dwight.
That's a hot mess by itself.
Yes. So we're gonna go ahead and allow Nura to give us the nutrition for the night. You know, on this topic here. You know, we appreciate everybody that commented, that tuned in, and the caller that we had. Just don't forget to tune in next week, because next week we got more good topics coming for you. You don't want to miss it. Valentine's special coming on Friday. Then we also got the social media that we need to hit the nail on the head about. Whether you pay attention, whether you don't, whether you heave or whether you do, it's going to be talked about, because I know some of us has experienced some of this stuff that's going on here. But like I said, it's like the devil's playground. No matter what you do, the devil's playground. So, Nura, give us the nutrition of the night and let us get on out of here.
Well, like Mama said, it takes two to make one. Two whole people make one. And your sweet is coming.
Yes.